After the first race of the season, the 2022 Diriyah E-Prix, we're joined by our top three, Nyck De Vries, Stoffel Vandoorne and Jake Dennis. Nick, we will start with you. Same as last year, really. Win the first race.
Well, the result might be the same, but the way we achieved it felt very different. Obviously, starting with yesterday, tapping the wall, that one didn't help. Just put myself and the team on the back foot, and you have to kind of rebuild your confidence. And the conditions were very slippery, different than last year. So there's always a lot of track evolution, so you need to kind of build it up. And yeah, FP2 was obviously only a half an hour and straight into quali. So I was actually pretty satisfied with what we were able to achieve in qualifying, and I knew we had a strong race car to capitalize on our qualifying position. And I think it was a focused race. We had great pace. The team did a great job, and obviously I was a bit fortunate with Stoffel missing his attack mode. But at the end of the day, it was focused from our side of the garage, and we managed to win the first race. So very pleased with our actually the way we managed to win this race and to start the season strong.
And 1-2 as well. The team, I mean, it's perfect for first.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, we're all working very closely together, and we're working as a team. And I think, it's been well deserved. But now we need to take a step at a time and continue to focus on tomorrow, because we have another good opportunity to do well. And that's how we should proceed and move forward.
Okay, well, congratulations. Second place for Stoffel Vandoorne. As Nick alluded today, you had pole leading the race, and it sort of slipped away a little bit. When did you realise what had happened?
Well, I realised it immediately, to be honest. I missed the third attack loop on my second activation, which meant I just lost 1.5 to 2 seconds for nothing, basically. And there's only myself to blame for that. I think everything before that, the race was going well. I was leading the pack. I think our pace was looking quite strong. And it was about hitting the targets and making sure we were doing everything right with the procedures. But then I basically handed the position to Nick, let's say, and from there we stayed together and managed to finish 1-2. So I'm a little bit disappointed, obviously, with the way I had with the attack mode and not taking the loop correctly. But that's the way it is. It's still a very positive day in general for myself, for the team, pole position and a second place. So we can be satisfied with the start of the season.
Last season, or last few seasons, you'd have been satisfied with a strong result, but then not looking forward to tomorrow. So how nice does it feel that it's all sort of reset and you get to go again from zero?
Well, it's quite weird actually, because you know that tomorrow you have the same opportunity to do it, but on the same time, I think it's going to be closer than ever. I think everyone's now got a day of running behind them. Everyone's dialed their cars in, and I think it's even going to be harder to get into those quality duels to start with, because everyone will be much more on the limit. The track will not be not be so bad as it was today probably, and everyone will just be at the limit much more. So I think it's actually going to be harder tomorrow.
Okay, Jake, good qualifying, decent pace in the early stages. Were you kind of expecting to fall behind Nick at the start?
Yeah, to be honest, it's sort of everything what I imagined would happen. So Stoffel would come over to the right with me. I'd have to brake early, but come down the outside, and that's exactly what happened. Didn't really surprise me, but we settled in. I think the top four, obviously, good atmosphere. We had extremely good pace. We obviously pulled away from the pack. Not too sure if the safety car worked in our favour or not, but it was definitely a pretty clean race. The only issue is obviously when it's a 4-man breakaway, person and fourth has the luxury of taking the free attack mode, and I was sort of just dictated by what he would do, and obviously undercutters, sort of a mistake, I think. Probably just trying to stay ahead and ended up coming out behind him. So I ended up over-consuming quite a lot to try and pass him. Oscar's not the easiest to overtake by any means, and there was contacts, swerving and the braking, everything, and but we got the job done. But at this point these boys were 6 seconds down the road. It looked pretty racy in the middle part of the, I just got past Lotterer, we looked quite strong. But then, yeah, I think these boys were saving and I was over-consuming a little bit and then sort of just tailed off at the end and sort of just settled for third. And yeah, we can be extremely happy with what we've achieved.
How tough was it making moves into 18 on the dirty stuff on the inside? Because you were desperate for that inside line.
Yeah, because Lotterer is just, if you go around the outside of Lotterer, it's just never going to work. So there was only one option. The first time I tried it, I went to Diriyah. I was so far from the track. And then the next time round, obviously I got it right, bit of contact, and it was pushing me into the wall. It came quite close, but yeah, I got it done. And then from that point on, my race was quite easy. I knew I would pull away, and yeah, it was just people were a bit too far ahead and a bit too fast. But nevertheless, it was a good race.
You thought you had a puncture at one point straight after Lotterer?
Yes, after Lotterer I had huge vibration. I don't know if it was bodywork, like rubbing against the tyre, or just really bad pickup. And then I was over-consuming like crazy for 2 laps. I don't know if it was due to a drag or something. And then it eventually cleared. So yeah, I was just a bit wary of that. The vibration never went away, but yeah, at least the consumption came back. But yeah, it was just a bit more doubt more than anything in my head.
Okay, great. We'll open up to questions from the floor.